Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we are watching One Piece episodes 91 and 92. What happened last time?
Last time Chopper joined the crew.
And the cherry blossoms bloomed.
Kind of.
In a way. In a metaphorical sense.
In a manner of speaking.
It's a great episode. We love this. I'm so excited for Chopper. Leave
Best
a like
character.
if you like Chopper. Subscribe also if you like Chopper. And go to our Patreon if you like Chopper. And check out our uncut reactions for the show and many others.
Get 2 weeks ahead of
Yeah.
YouTube on our Patreon. Look at the description. Patreon.com/BOLDcast. Let's go! Is there gonna be a new ending? Did I see that right? Was the last one called Before Dawn?
I don't know. We only had it for like 5 episodes or
We had the last one for only like 10 episodes or something.
I still want to go to that place with all those penguins.
Bing, 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 bing.
How old is he anyway? Like 5 years old? Like 2 years old?
In reindeer years or in human years?
Either.
I don't know, you should ask him.
Chopper's just like, what a terrible decision I have made.
Eh? Where's Karoo?
Where is Karoo?
Oh, there he is. He's frozen to death. Oh my god.
Karoo.
He's trying to save your life.
Good thing you have a dog.
Now they got
Getting
a
what you
translator for
deserve.
Karoo.
That's so nice. With all animals?
That's crazy.
That is, he's so overpowered.
I love how he starts dancing. Interesting rain. Emergency food, you said it.
They're in the sleigh, I bet.
She stole it.
No, it was in the sleigh. It was packed for him.
Now he understands.
Such a good guy. I love Nami being so nice to him, really helping him out.
Bad influence already. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. It's fucking chaos. There's a bunch of teenagers getting drunk and fighting on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
Karoo choking.
I love Nami and Chopper as being best friends. It's so good. He's even got some. And Karoo.
The good guys. And help it get better. And also help defend them if anyone else shows up here. Hmm. Oh,
What the
Vivi.
hell? Is that like that conference?
Mm-hmm.
Dragon.
Oh. Hmm.
Is that supposed to be Vivi's dad?
I would assume so. Look how cute she is.
Mm-hmm.
What? What the hell?
Jesus.
He really got her too. What did punch his child in the face? Oh, what an annoying brat.
At least Dalton apologized.
Oh.
What happened?
What could it possibly be?
They're wanted criminals. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Does it
So
matter?
what? Dragon? Robel Town.
Hmm.
Mmm. Right. Who is this?
I don't know. He looks like a weird combination of like Shanks and Mihawk.
Yeah. He's got skulls, he's got a happy face, a sad face.
Well, can't do that anymore, I guess.
Ace.
Hmm.
Wait a minute. The will of... What the fuck does that mean?
Okay.
Is Luffy actually fucking Gold Roger's son?
Grandson, maybe? But
Garp's grandson.
yeah. On the other side, maybe Garp and Gold Roger had a tenuous relationship because
'Cause of their
Garp's wonderful
children?
daughter married Gold Roger's shitty ass son.
Maybe that's who that was in the fucking town there.
Watch out.
The hell, Will of D? Like,
It's not a seagull. Just drop some like important lore stuff, and then just oh, look at this giant bird with teeth. This happens like constantly. Not a problem. Don't worry about it, Chopper.
I'm just gonna
More
eat that
meat.
bird. Hell yeah.
I was worried that he was gonna be sad that he just killed that thing. Her outfit is reminding me of when Hermione dressed up as that like office worker lady to like sneak in, like in the end when they're all like dressed up as those guys so they could sneak into the Ministry of Magic.
Right, yeah, kinda. Warlords! This crocodile.
See, Luffy should just be one of these guys. He's already taken out more pirates than like almost anyone else. That makes sense.
Oh, so Dad's alive?
Yeah, it was just that the people lost faith in him.
I don't really get them. It's like a pyramid scheme. I don't know.
Hate him.
This bastard. What happened to her?
Hey, Christmas.
So much lore. What about the rest? That's why they're called the Unluckies.
Unlucky 13. Oh. I thought it was gonna be like there's 200 people and I'm like Zoro already killed half of those. We don't need to worry, but that's a lot. Well, 100 less than that.
They'll all gather.
Karoo.
Back here?
Oh.
This fucking guy.
Who are all these guys? Were they
His
just on
crew.
the... Oh. Oh, but they didn't run into them.
What happened indeed? Is he killing this guy? Okay.
No, I'm saying it's because the ship wasn't there. What's funny is that as far as we know, well, Mr. 3 is probably still on this island, or dead.
Or dead.
Or dead on this island. Oh, we're just going back. Oh, now we're gonna run into them again.
Crocodile. Multiple.
They're so huge.
Right.
Certainly.
You're very heroic looking. You have very heroic eyes. What'd you think of that one?
A good episode. I liked it.
Little extra, little wrap up.
Yeah.
Partying.
I like them on the boat, and Chopper's just like, what is happening? But he loves it. So
And
nice.
oh
Yeah, I wasn't expecting when we're getting a flashback of Dalton at first. I forgot the connection with him and Vivi, so I was like, why are we just getting like a random flashback of Dalton like kind of at the end of the arc, but then we see Vivi and kind of like it's really nice because it felt like it kind of like connected it all back to Alabasta and like kind of steered it back in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's just a really good ruler, clearly. But there was, what the fuck was... So there's this guy. We got a lot of lore dump. So, I don't know if you remember in the first episode of the live action, I was like, oh, Gold D. Roger. And I just thought that I fucking heard it wrong or something. But apparently Gold D. Roger is his name, and there's like... Because I forget, they said, oh, Gold D. Roger. And then he's just like, oh, what, you mean Gold Roger? And then she's like, oh, so that's what they're calling him these days. So I don't know what that's about.
I wonder if it's because, like, it's supposed to be Gold D. Roger, but then people just read it as Gold Roger, and it's been so long that it just, like, it wasn't, like, separated like that. It wasn't, like, you know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But then she said, like, the will of D.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
The way that that's set up implies that it would be like a family thing, thing. But then since we already know about Garp, then it like I don't know.
What do you mean about Garp?
Like that Garp's like that like because we don't know Luffy's family at all. So then you might think, oh, his family would be maybe Gold Roger if like the D thing is a thing. But then we know that like his like secret
Well, I mean, we've always said that he looks more like Gold Roger, like Luffy. You know, like we've always said that.
What if Garp actually wasn't
his killed his real grandfather, and then took him as took him in basically.
No, what if he like it should have been his grandson, but Gold Roger fucked his wife, and but he didn't want to get the secret out that he'd gotten cucked.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the plot of this children's pirate show.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds plausible to me. And then we got this mysterious guy, Ace.
He seriously looks...
He's cool as shit.
He looks like if Shanks and Mihawk just, like, combined, but with, like, more of, like, a Wild West kind of vibe.
And freckles.
With a little, like, stick. Like he's like a farm boy. Toothpick.
I mean, he looks like Luffy. Is that weird to say?
I guess.
We can't see his eyes, so maybe he has, like, beautiful blue eyes, but the hair just looks like longer of his hair. And he's got like not the same hat, but he's got like a hat. I don't know. Like just the whole face here kind of looks like it. But then again, we've said that about Gold Roger.
We've said that about like
Gold
half
D
the
Roger,
characters.
yeah, and like a million other people. So like I don't know. Maybe it's nothing. But he said that fucking Luffy would know who he is.
Luffy doesn't know who anyone. Luffy can't remember like people that he saw 5 seconds ago. So, and he also is specifically bad with names. So I'm wondering, I mean, I guess the thing is like they could have told him and been like, oh, there's this guy Ace that's looking for you. And then like he probably would have been like, I don't know who that is, but if he does know him, then he would probably know him if he saw him.
Yeah.
But he's in Alabasta for 10 days, so I don't know if we're gonna run into him. He's got like a evil looking one and a sad looking one, or maybe like a happy and a sad, but it looks evil from like this angle.
And who is he telling? Who are these? Oh, they're people from. They're like wearing winter clothes. I think they're supposed to be from that spot. Yeah, no, they're these people. They're these guys. They gave them. Yeah, and they just.
Maybe this guy's working with Dragon, and that's how he knows that Luffy is like in the Grand Line, or he's like. Working knows someone, because or else how would he know that he was in here unless he had like insider sources at the Marines and like knew from them because they were
there was the Logtown fucking paper that was like that was talking all about them, So maybe he just read the paper and asked around, and then heard like,
Specific.
"Oh, this kid kept freaking out about going to the Grand Line and shit, and being king of the pirates."
But then again, he was here before. He was at this specific. I wonder if he went to like multiple islands, like any island, or like how did he know that they were gonna get sidetracked, need to go to a doctor and end up at this island? You know, because like they weren't supposed to be here.
Maybe he's just talking to a bunch of people.
Maybe he's just flying around.
Mm-hmm. You know, there's these everywhere. So he probably, honestly, he probably saw the wanted poster, and if he knows Luffy from his past or whatever, then like he would see the wanted poster and then like start looking into it. I don't know. It's just weird because we saw in the live action like a bit of Luffy's childhood, like him with Garp.
Yeah.
And shit. So, like, I don't know who the fuck this guy could be. And you can never tell age is the thing. Because, like, Shanks could be 5 years older than Luffy. Like, as far as appearance. 5 years older than Luffy. 30 years older than Luffy. Like, you know,
well, Shanks looked like the same age from when Luffy was 5 years old to now when Luffy's like 20 or like ish.
And Kureha is 130 years old.
Yeah.
Supposedly. It's 139.
It looks great for her age.
Very
But
spry.
yeah, everyone else, it's like everyone is in like the magic like 16 to 35 age range of anime where like you don't look old until you're like in your 40s and then you look like super old, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really hard to tell, and like they're not throwing out any like specific dates really, or like, you know, they say like, you know, Gold Roger died this many years ago, but they don't say like how, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of ambiguous. And it was a little bit more clear in the live action that Garp and Gold Roger were the same age, whereas in this, because Gold Roger has like black hair and like you don't see like a ton of wrinkles or anything, like he could be anywhere from like he
like
could
40 to 80,
Yeah.
judging by how long people live in this universe, like, or could have the
but
potential
it's like
to live,
it's
or
like
older.
yeah, he could be 40, but then in the live action it made it seem more like he was like 60 or older, like similar age range to Garp. But here, like, he doesn't look old, you know? So I'm not sure. I can never tell.
D, the will of D. The will of D. What the fuck does that even mean?
Seems like we finished up that arc, and then it's like, okay, now time to get like the major plot. Like, it's like, okay, we have this like alabasta thing going on. We have like the Chopper join the crew, and then it's like, okay, now we're gonna like drop some lore heavily. Like, we're gonna like super heavily drop this lore, and everyone's gonna be like, what the hell is happening? And then we're just gonna go back to alabasta and then like slowly get more of this.
Was Garp's name Monkey D. Garp? Am I crazy for thinking that? Did they say that at some point?
I was kind of thinking that he had a D in his name too.
I thought so, but I don't know if we even got his whole
crazy.
name, or if I just thought of that because like Japanese names are like the given name that comes last, and everyone calls Luffy Luffy. They don't call him Monkey.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's in the West, it's first name is your given name, middle name, last name is your surname. But everybody calls Luffy as if it's his given name, Luffy. And so I just assumed that Monkey was like his fucking, or Monkey D was his, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking about it like, yeah, Monkey is his last name, then D is like his middle initial, and then Luffy is his first name.
I never, as weird as it is, I never questioned what the D stood for until this moment. What the fuck does the D mean?
D.
What does a D mean, Lindsay? Big brain Lindsay. What do you think it means? What's like your intuition? What's your heart telling you?
I don't know. D. Like destiny, like he's destined to be the king of the pirates. I don't know.
I mean, that's probably it. That sounds about
D.
right.
Or like, yeah, D.
I'm trying to think of like Like a word that, like, what would a Japanese
That's
guy
what I was
trying to
saying.
make
I'm like,
shit
what would,
sound
like,
interesting and, like, Western and, like,
or like
fantasy.
just like a word that is very
Determination.
Yeah. You're filled
Daring.
with determination. Yeah, because
DNA.
um
The will of D. Maybe it's like a fucking, I don't know, fucking zodiac spirit or some crazy shit.
I don't know.
What about fucking Sun Wukong? Was there something about D in that story in
Because
Journey
like
to the West?
I guess like that's the thing. It's like,
Deity?
is it just is it a naming convention? Is it just like a thing that some people name their like if it? Okay, I guess here's my thought. So you're named by someone. You don't just like spawn into the world with a name like pre-attached to you. Like you get birthed and then your mom looks at the card and is like, "Oh, Monkey D. Luffy, that's your name."
Right.
So like I feel like it has to be like maybe it's like kind of like a good luck thing. It's like a superstitious thing of like, oh, if I name my kid like with the D, then they will like achieve great things or something like that. Like, you know, or like certain names have certain meanings, but if this is like a different thing, like, oh, back in the day, 130 years ago, maybe when Kureha was a young lass, and it was like popular to like name your kid something like that, but like now it's kind of fallen out of fashion. Maybe? I don't know. Or if it's like a specific to a family or an area or something.
Yeah. I think Destiny makes the most sense.
I can't think of anything else.
Dog. Monkey Dog Luffy.
He's got that dog in him.
Gold Dog Roger. Yeah, I don't know.
Deer. Like
Chopper.
It's
Yo.
all coming together.
Are there other characters with D? Because there's like Gold Roger, and then the D is like a fucking other name or initial. Is there any? I'm trying to think. Like Nami, no.
I don't. I feel like we would have.
I feel,
noticed.
but then it's like it's this weird thing because then I'm thinking like, so I wonder if every character is like I'm thinking like what other character could be hiding something? Like, is there any other ones with a D? I don't think there is. I'm trying to think.
It could be like Shanks D something, but we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I'm trying to think like it did. So this is what's fucking with me is then if there is no other if there are no other characters, something like Kobe, Helmeppo, Captain Morgan, fucking Kuro. It's like it seems like once you think back, was Oda avoiding the letter D? Like this seemed to me okay. So from a writing perspective, because we talk about that a lot, it seems like the kind of thing like one of those loose end things. Like mysterious. I'm gonna make it so, oh, there's a mysterious thing with Gold Roger is the D. And now he's more connected to Luffy because Luffy has the D in his name. Mm-hmm. So, you know, maybe he doesn't, maybe Oda at this point doesn't even exactly know. But the fact that I can't think of another character with a fucking D in their name.
Yeah.
You know?
I see.
Like, think of every character that we've come up against. I don't know if there's one with a D. Dory? That's one. But then he's... with that, it wouldn't... I don't know if it would make sense because Brogy is the... They're supposed to be, like, equal. So, like... Unless Dory is, like, secretly the fucking king of Elbaf.
No, and it would have
shit.
to be, like... It like, the D specifically is, like, a middle... I don't know. He's mocking us. Look at him.
What was the guy's name on the fucking fighting cook?
Dragon has a D.
Dragon. D-Ragon. I hate that Crunchyroll's starting to do this now, or it shuts off. But speaking of Dragon, they were talking about him.
They were like, this guy's gonna be a problem.
Revolutionist dragon. His ideologies are dangerous.
Interesting.
It's very clear that he'll become a big enemy to us, the world government. So are these guys up on top of the Marines? They're the world
Or are they
government.
like the like there's like the Kages, and then there's the feudal lords. Are these guys the feudal lords, but like a little bit more important than that? It's also interesting that it's like the world government, but as far as we could, like, there's so much that we don't know about all the other oceans and just about the Grand Line in general. It's like, does the Grand Line think that they're the entire world? Like, are they just like, we're the world government, but everyone in here is like from countries within the Grand Line, and everything outside of the Grand Line is just like little towns and shit?
Yeah, it seems like if this was the world government with how big we know the world to be, even at this point, like, I feel like there's not enough representatives at this council.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we went to multiple islands, and
but
like,
they said the world government. So like, aside from this table being a little bit short of people, they're saying the world government. I'm gonna just take it as face value for that. Mm-hmm. But they also mention in 5 to 6 years they'll stand in their way. Mm-hmm. Crocodile.
Crocodile.
Maybe. He's one of the fucking, what about Mihawk? Dracul.
Yeah, but that's not a D. Like, it's specifically D. Like, they weren't like Gold Dennis Roger or whatever.
Maybe it's D. Rakul Mihawk.
I'm choked.
Don Krieg. Now it's all coming back to me.
Carson, there's not a single other person named like 20 other people. Half the characters.
But notice they're all like badasses. Like, they're not like, oh, is there like an underling guy that I'm forgetting? What about those 2 guys from the Black Cats?
I know. I don't remember their names.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of any others. Five to 6 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, they clearly didn't deal with him at all.
So 5 to 6 years. They're setting... So, okay, let's break that down a little bit. They're setting up like a long thing in the distance. Like a long, big fight with fucking dragon or something.
Well, this is 5 to 6 years, but this was 10 years ago.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, my bad.
Or however long ago.
5 to 6 years, let's say.
Ish, yeah.
Okay. Well, then what the fuck was going... He's a revolutionist 5 to 6 years ago.
And apparently he was gonna...
Were there any other events in other characters' backstories 5 to 6 years ago?
No.
How do you know? You haven't even thought about it.
Usopp, no. Nami, no. Zoro, no. Sanji, no. Luffy, no.
What about in Logetown? Was there some 5 to 6 years ago? In Logetown? About Alvida? Kobe? No, I guess not. But they're setting up these dates that I want to keep track of, I think. Yeah, I love how I'm like, was Oda just avoiding the letter D this whole time? Except for like names like four different people.
Dalton.
Dalton.
Literally like 2 seconds ago.
Dalton. But he doesn't know. So maybe it's only initials.
I think it must be an initial thing. Initial D.
Initial D.
That's what it
Gas,
stands
gas,
for.
gas. I'm gonna step on the gas. What else? This is crazy to think about.
What are you even thinking about? Just how many people have a D in their name?
No, the whole fucking thing, you asshole. I don't do that. Why don't I just make fun of you when you're having a moment crying about Chopper? I'll just make fun of you. Just call you a fucking idiot. How would you like that? When you're enjoying yourself, why don't I just tear down your enjoyment?
No.
Doesn't that sound like fun? For clout on the internet, I'll just tear down your enjoyment. Just for fun, just to make myself look cool in front of all the people that are watching. How great would that be?
It's the end of the video, no one's watching.
Yeah, because you interrupted me. Alright, leave a like and subscribe. Wait, is that the end of the actual video?
No.
Oh no, yeah, that's the first one.
That's the first one.
Okay, let's move on. Leave a like and subscribe. Pig pirates.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, people are getting straight up killed out here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, because he's like the savior of everyone.
He's basically the devil they know. These people look crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a hook? Get out of here, Miss Piggy. Let's see what this guy can do.
He's just gonna kill them all instantly. I wonder.
Is this sand? Is he doing?
Oh my god.
He's Gara?
Yeah, he's Gara. He's doing whatever that thing is where
Sand
you're like
coffin.
Yeah.
Once again, people controlling like storms and wind and fucking tornadoes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
you know who else was running a revolution? Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
And crocodile's also a reptile. It's like a smaller dragon. I wonder if crocodile's related to dragon, or if it's just a lot of similarities because they were two villainous characters or weird guys introduced at the same time.
Oh my god.
So he can like suck the vitality out of things. It seems like that's what he was doing kind of with the flower.
Yeah.
But he was also forcing water into the flower. With stuff like that, you can never tell whether like because here's a little teaser of the villain's power,
Yeah.
and then as
now
it's
he's using
applied,
sand,
it's like changed because you know it within the chapter releases. It's like a month after they did that little scene teasing a power, and then it's like okay, well I kind of want it to work this way, so that kind of becomes irrelevant. That the kind of what's going on here. And also these guys have similar like the tops of their little spear things with the little crescent stuff. It's kind of like Dalton's. I think he had something like that on his thing. Maybe I'm crazy.
Just making him look bad.
Cobra.
What's Nami looking at? I look like she has a map.
Yeah, what is she looking at then? Oh, probably the newspaper, maybe?
What an idiot. How about fish something up if you want to eat extra?
Self-report. That doesn't look like a newspaper.
Look at them. Oh. They're eating
They're
all the
sneaking
food.
food.
Kicks them off the side. Yeah, I think they do need a lockable refrigerator.
Will it really stop him?
Probably not. Oh, I'm starving. I just ate enough food for 8 people. And I need a net. Are they fishing with... Oh my god. Karoo is the best person on this crew. How dare you do that to him? He's the most loyal.
Like she doesn't even save Karoo?
I would say do not go towards that. It looks like acid going straight towards it.
I mean, the log post says to go straight, so what can we do?
Quick, I don't know if we should avoid this crazy looking thing or not. Steam?
Right. Hotspots aren't like that.
I mean, that's fine. Do we want to go through it?
Yeah, it's a perfect reason to avoid that.
Oh, chopper. Get Karoo out of there.
They don't care.
Sanji's about ready to cook Karoo.
Oh, it's like a hot tub episode. Hot spring episode.
Oh, yeah.
Unless it's
some
poison.
Terrible gas.
It's like this, yeah. If it's a volcano, that doesn't...
Uh-oh.
Oh, and they don't see the approach of Bon Clay.
They just avoid each other in here. What?
Did I miss something?
Oh, with their fishing rods?
Oh my god. Well, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, why did you do that?
Doesn't he have a devil fruit power?
No idea.
I guess not.
I thought that it did say that all of the top ones did have oh, yeah.
Well, I guess they don't even, because they're looking for Mr. 3. So.
Yeah, but they might still know what Vivi looks like, because they were all gonna try and get her first. And Luffy, too. Just because he's got all those wanted posters up. We actually don't have any food. We already got one guy on this ship that's just obsessed with women. Little chopper. Whoa.
Well, I hope he's a good actor, because otherwise this is the dumbest power of all time. He has way too much personality.
You need to have a different outfit if you're gonna do that. Like a very like nondescript outfit that could kind of go for anyone.
Oh no.
All of them at once, or just?
I think now has their faces stored, so well, that's
It's gonna
great.
be a problem later.
You shouldn't have let him touch your fucking face, because now he can just pretend to be any of you if he wants. Was Sanji not able to see?
Unfortunate.
Or is Sanji just dead? He died. That's why he didn't freak out, because he's fucking dead over there.
I just love it.
Well, you're not gonna love it when he's like yelling help as Nami from another room, and then you all run in and then get ambushed. Memory feature, yeah. Well, that's great. Oh, wait. Oh, who else has he seen? Is it gonna be somebody we know? Oh shit, her dad?
Oh.
I thought it was gonna be, what if it was just fucking Gold Roger? Just like, whoa! Like,
yeah. It's pretty good talent. It's interesting evolution of, on the like dinosaur, the little garden island where they were like making those fake like paper or wax sculptures of people.
Yeah.
This is like the
Evolution of
Yeah.
that sort of idea from Oda's perspective. They all love him so
no.
much. There's a giant 2 on the sale. That should clue you in. Is Vivi gonna see it?
And wouldn't Vivi know anyway?
I mean, he would theoretically know if he's seen her dad. He looked older than he did in the flashback, so maybe. Yeah, yeah, they see the sale. And they
Just
heard,
continue on like nothing is happening.
Well, that's great. Well, they didn't get Vivi's face. Mm-hmm. He's the most brutal evil of them all. Ballerina.
What was she gonna do even if she noticed? Yeah, and you were really hyping him up. Well, you'll know by the outfit, so
Yeah.
that's something at least.
There'll be a gag where, like, he's hiding behind a bar or, like, under a table and he just sticks his head up and it's, like, somebody.
That's a way to look at it. Oh, are the crew gonna realize who they were? Oh, a pirate with a straw hat.
Oh, is this the wake from... Oh, no.
Oh. Whoa.
Is that a sea king? Or is
It's
that a
so
sub?
cute. A sea cat?
They can eat a cat? They just ate a cat. They just ate a cat. Alright, he's got the Rinnegan.
It's this little guy.
He's supposed to bring you good fortune. If you kill him, it's gonna be bad. He's doing the little thing.
No. Of course Zoro has to come on. Oh, a good little catfish. It's a special little guy.
Yeah, it's gonna bring you good fortune.
He's about to turn into whatever his name is, start eating the boat. So many Baroque works. At least that's what that's. I think that's what that says.
I think so.
Yeah. That's rough. No, no. Oh, but I can't do it on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
Oh, so they can tell who's who. Why is Karoo? I mean, there's literally like a bright yellow line around the top, so.
Oh, Sanji wasn't there. That's why he didn't see.
Oh, Chopper.
be continued. What do you think of that one?
Nice little episode. Kind
Mr.
of funny.
Ballerina.
A really interesting power. Like I said, it seems like it was kind of an evolution on the idea of like getting tricked by having like a clone of someone.
Yeah.
And then I like it. It's a good ability. The super specific outfit kind of destroys the entire point of the ability, but I imagine that like if it wasn't just for show and it was, you know, you're seriously in a mission, then he might change.
And maybe
into
he was just
something
playing
else.
around. Yeah, maybe he was just playing around and he can actually mimic their clothes as well.
That could be. You never know. But yeah.
Because yeah, I think the ability kind of becomes useless unless he's not showing his entire body, and the fact that there's these swans that come out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he can't even do the thing where he hides behind a table and like just sticks his head out and it's somebody else's head, because these things will stick out too. So he might just get rid of that. He might get rid of the coat and like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I think that what will likely happen is just that it'll evolve and it'll be like, oh, well, when I'm operating at my full power, you know,
then
I can
get
change
all
my
their
clothes
and
too.
do all of this. And
I love how Vivi's like, Mr. Two he's a ballerina man who dresses with a swan coat that says his name on the back. I didn't recognize it when I first saw it. And then everyone else is just like, you should have. How is that possible that you didn't notice? Like,
exactly. It's like,
they
oh,
call
I
her
didn't
right
notice
out.
until he made his face into my father's face. It's like, but like
she didn't notice then. She didn't know who he was then. She noticed when all they did when he left. She was suspicious of him the whole time, but she's just too goddamn stupid to realize to put all the pieces together. Even though it's like checking every box and she's
like
hyper vigilant, stressed out. Her whole thing is that she's stressed out all the time about her homeland and worrying that they're gonna run into somebody or something, or they're not gonna get there in time. She's constantly thinking about it. So I imagine she's been thinking about that for a while. But in reality, she's stupid just for the just so the scene could play out, and there's a big reveal at the end where she explains everything. And the fact that Oda acknowledges that through the characters being like, "You should have noticed." is kind of obvious that it was just, you know, they wanted to let all that play out and have fun with this new character, have this funny moment where he's like their friend before he leaves.
And he's like so on board with it, like, oh, I just met these people and we're friends. And it's so good, so classic. And I love like Luffy, Chopper, and Usopp we're just like so into it. They're having so much fun. I can't believe that they were trying to fish using karoo.
Yeah, Oda clearly does not have any respect for... He probably grew up without pets. He's probably one of those kids who never had a cat or a dog growing up.
He, like, watched the first episode of JoJo and was really inspired, so decided to work, like, that theme.
I mean, realistically, you probably read JoJo growing up. You know, because it came out, like, 10 or more years after JoJo started. Yeah.
And they're gonna get the sea cat, too.
Yeah, when it's, you know... Obviously, it's a good omen. He wasn't even trying to attack you, but they are hungry and they haven't eaten in 4 days because Luffy ate all of them. Actually, it wasn't even just Luffy. All of them ate all their food.
Yeah.
Idiots. And then we got fucking Crocodile.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not the savior. I don't even care about you." He's like reverse psychology.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, I don't even like you guys, but then secretly he's just trying to get everyone to like him so that he can overthrow the government, basically.
And his one of his right-hand men can impersonate the king. So,
yes.
like, you know, all you need to do is just overthrow the government and then have the king, like, surrender to him through this guy.
Yeah, and even if the king didn't actually, you just kill the king, make the king publicly surrender, and then
you have the nation that they all wanted to build, that's the end goal as far as Vivi said.
His MLM pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Country.
And yeah, like, it seemed like Dragon's ability, we theorized a lot, was like conjuring storms or manipulating either magnetic fields, maybe something to do with the Grand Line.
Or just wind. Or
some, like, I'm just adding that on to what we thought before, but, you know, whether it's just wind or whether it's, you know, air pressure or like how, you know, maybe it's just wind, but he can use that to, like, kind of create a different pressure system to move in the storm so that the lightning strikes Buggy's sword just as he's about to cut Luffy's head off, et cetera, et cetera. And then we see Dragon here, also with a D name, also
Crocodile?
Crocodile, also with a D in his name. You never know. It was Gold Roger. Now apparently it's Gold D Roger. So that opens it up to, we know these names, and apparently they can just be initials in the middle of a name. So maybe he has the D, and he is and maybe he's related to Dragon, because he did like the similar sort of swirl, and you can never tell whether it's like just an effect for his big power move, or because we still don't know. There hasn't been a moment where Oda has had to come down, this is the power yet. We've seen like multiple things, like is it to do with sand, is it to do with all elements, is it to do with water, or is it to do with
just
wind,
like siphoning energy or life force or whatever. And like that's the thing, because it's somewhat congruent with what we saw before, but like the sand, like, and maybe it honestly had nothing to do with the sand,
and it was just an effect, a visual crazy thing,
just for dramatic flair, and like possibly because like energy was swirling around, so it kind of made that effect. It's hard to say, or if it was like, oh, I actually want this to be more like almost mummification, like this, because it's like if you have a dead body in sand, then it goes like that, even if you don't. And
we're in like a desert thing,
So I'm wondering if it's like he kind of changed it to be like he almost like speeds up the process of like sand like drying something out.
Yeah, maybe he just like takes away maybe it's moisture. It's not just water.
He's just a dehumidifier.
Literally, yeah. I mean, that would be roughly congruent with him with the flour and the water, how he like sucks all the water into the flour, and then the flour like disintegrates, because he might be like pulling the moisture out of the flour,
and the flour is taking in more to try and heal itself.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, I think the sand is just to throw you off, or
a
just
red herring, or just for the effect.
Cool
like
look. Yeah.
All right, leave, like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one, Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.